Happy Thanksgiving. And what better way to celebrate than yell practice on the steps of our very own state capitol? Here we are, 11-0, the best team in the SEC. Honestly, the best team in college football. And undoubtedly the best team in the great state of Texas. We all know what we're here for, so let's get right into it. We are getting ready for the one game that we all circle on our calendar. The one win that we hold above the rest of them. And y'all, nothing is going to make this Aggie football season more perfect than going into Little Brother Stadium tomorrow, ending their playoff hopes and dreams, and clearing out their stadium when we punch our ticket to the SEC championship. It all starts right here in Austin, Texas. Austin, the city where people come to pay for overpriced coffee and listen to indie music or something like that. But this isn't an SEC football city, because that Longhorn football program isn't an SEC caliber program, as they're obviously showing their second year in the conference. I mean, you really can't be a competitor when you're 1-7 against top 5 ranked teams under your head coach, Steve Sarkisian. I mean, isn't this the guy that's supposed to be good enough to leave for the NFL? 1-7 against top 5 teams? Those numbers got James Franklin fired from Penn State. You're telling me that this guy is good enough to go to the big leagues. Now, I think Coach Sark is a baby with anger issues, and Coach Mike Elko is going to expose him tomorrow. Now, don't even get me started on quarterback Arch Manning. Here in Aggieland, we have respect, and as a grown man, I'm not going to dog on another grown man's last name. But what I will say is that when you are leading an SEC football program, you lead your team to basically war every weekend when you go play football, and you're going to get caught twice crying on the sideline in a season. That isn't the fierce spirit of Texas. That isn't leadership. You're not crying because things just don't go your way. That's a crybaby coach bleeding into crybaby players, and Texas doing what Texas does best, taking 5-star athletes and turning them into crybaby 3-star mediocre talent. Lastly, well, that brings me to the T-SIP fans themselves. I see a few out here tonight. Thank you for joining us. Very kind of you. I'm sure you're so glad to be here. They got that name T-SIP for a reason. Sitting by and watching as Aggies do the hard work. The hard work and determination that built this state from the ground up. The hard work and determination that makes our great country what it is today. They sip on their tea, they sit by and watch and try to take some of the credit for it. But the worst part about those T-SIP fans nowadays is 90% of the time when you're talking to one of them, they've got a degree from Texas State, UTSA, or some Austin community college. I mean, at least the Aggies understand loyalty. Like, come on. At the end of the day, Ags, they can clown on us, they can clown on our traditions, they can clown on everything that we do, because their mascot is a 1,700-pound overrated hamburger. He can't even fit into half of the stadiums they travel to, which is why they're being salty and not letting our Queen of Aggieland, Miss Rev, into the game tomorrow. Like, I'm sorry, what is she gonna hurt that a 1,700-pound animal isn't gonna hurt? But it's fine. Let them trash our culture, let them trash our traditions the same way that they trash their own football field. Because deep down, those T-SIPs know that tomorrow night It's the fighting Texas Aggie football team that's coming out on top. The number 3 ranked team in the nation, led by Heisman candidate himself, Marcel Reed. The wrecking crew defense that has Torrin York and Cassius Howe ready to tear apart that Longhorn football team. And at the end of the night, when DKR is cleared out like every other SEC stadium we've been to this year, you're going to see a maroon sea of the 12th man sawing varsity's horns off. And at the end of the night, the 12th man is going to paint the world of college football maroon and white when we punch our ticket to the SEC championship. Let's have a fight, Texas Aggie yell practice.
What does the Texas Longhorn football team have in common with a toilet? Well, both are full of crap. And Army. little story for you, Ag. Well, one day, some T-SIP football coaches from this hellhole town of Austin figured out that one of their brain-eating, book-fearing, good-for-nothing T-SIP football players was failing an English class. Well, they did their research and found that the only person who could possibly help this lost cause just so happened to be Old Rock the Good Egg. Old Rock immediately got to town and started to give this T-SIP player some baseline tests. And eventually he figured out that he actually was just having some vision problems. Well, then he prescribed him some glasses before asking that little cow to read the words on the wall. But just as everyone expected, as soon as he got his glasses, he got all offended and started to protest. Old Rock wasn't having any of this, so he said, "Son, stand up and just read the words." Well, that little cow put his glasses on and said, "Wow, Old Rock, these really do work." But then he just looked at the wall blankly for 27 seconds before saying, "Old Rock, I guess you were right. I did need these glasses. The only problem that we need to fix now is I still don't know how to read." Next second we're gonna do the match. We're gonna beat the ever living, loving, pound, Lex, Fight Tex Aggie, Torian York, Fight Tex Aggie. This team is a disappointment. Fight Tex Aggie, get a better tunnel. We're gonna beat the Fight Tex Aggie class of 2027. Hell, out of these Texas Longhorns.
Well, howdy! Now, what is the difference between a Texas fan and a newborn baby? I mean, at least one day, a baby will stop whining. Hey! Oh! Army! Army! I got a little story for you. Well, recently, there was this tiny, failing business based right here in this godforsaken city of Austin, Texas. Now, unsurprisingly, the owner of this business, well, he was a hanky-panky, ego-inflated, overcompensating T-SIB graduate. And this guy was just about as stupid as they come. I mean, I'm serious. He probably didn't have a single smart idea in his entire life. Like, his brain was as sharp as the Texas defense was against Georgia just a couple weeks against Georgia. I mean, basically, guys, this guy just sucked. Now, here's the thing. He did make one good decision in his entire life, and that decision was to hire the best consultant in the great state of Texas to come in and fix all of his problems. And this consultant was, of course, none other than Old Rock, the Good Egg! Now, shortly after Old Rock got there, on a morning business meeting, that T-SIB came storming into the office with yet another case of little man syndrome. I mean, this guy was fresh off the 26th night in a row where his wife kicked him to the couch. So he was absolutely furious. He was stomping around, he was yelling at his employees, and he was whining that nobody respected him. In all honesty, he looked a lot like T-SIBs last year whenever they were booing their own team and throwing trash onto their own field. So this guy
He was desperate for an ounce of respect. So the next morning, he came into work with a new sign. And this sign just had 4 words on it. And those 4 words read, "I am the boss." Now, Old Rock, being the smart ag that he is, knew this wasn't exactly the best way to fix his problem. So after work, he pulled him aside and he said, "Listen, last night I was wandering around 6th Street when I ran into your wife. She was flirting it up with some young guys at the bar. Now, anyways, I'm gonna tell her about this sign that you brought into work." But then Old Rock leaned in real serious to that T-Sit. And he looked at him and he said, "Well, son, she told me to tell you to stop taking her sign from her side of the bed." And that's exactly what we're gonna do to him, Max. We're gonna beat the ever-living, ever-loving, compound, complex Fight Texas Aggie. The Aggies are 11-0. Fight Texas Aggie, Marcel Reed. Fight Texas Aggie, Arch Manning has nothing on our wrecking crew defense. Fight Texas Aggie, the Texas state capital belongs to the Aggies. Fight Texas Aggie, I freaking hate burnt orange. We're gonna beat the Fight Texas Aggie class of 2026 hell out of TU.
Well, Ags, one more major win until we hit a red-ass record of 12-0. And before we start our journey to bring that trophy home to Texas A&M where it belongs. In case you can't see, it's a national championship trophy. Now, seriously, I just want to say that being here with you tonight on Thanksgiving in our state capital is the blessing of a lifetime. And we cannot wait to get in there tomorrow and beat the ever-living hell out of TU. Before we get out of here tonight, there's two things that I want to say. One, at the end of the day, rivalry aside, we're all Texans. We all come from the grit and determination and hard work that built this state capital from the ground up, that helped build our nation from the ground up, and that ultimately made Texas the greatest state in the United States of America. And if there's one thing that we can all agree on, it's that everything is bigger and better in this state of Texas. Including college football rivalries. Now on that note, the second thing is the Lone Star Showdown. The biggest rivalry in college football, so big, we have to play it a day earlier than all the rest. Well, I just want to make it clear for anyone that doesn't understand that ever since this rivalry started and as long as it continues, there's one team that has never lost this matchup, despite the outcome of the game, because there is one team in one university that truly embraces the spirit of Texas. And sadly, it's not the same university that shares a city with the state capital. It's a university that is founded and developed on 6 unwavering core values. It's the university that has an honor code that will absolutely never be broken. It's the university that isn't afraid to love God, love people, or love our country. And it's the university that no matter what the circumstances are, our standard will not change. And that university is just down the road, down Highway 6 in College Station, Texas, where there's a spirit that can never be told. The true spirit of Texas is defined at none other than the Texas A&M University. And on that note, that spirit is going to shine through when our Ags advance to 12-0 tomorrow night and punch our ticket to the SEC Championship. With that said, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all get home safe, and we'll see you in there tomorrow when we beat the hell out of TU. Thanks, gig 'em, God bless, and God bless Texas A&M.
I'm just glad that I was there and I got to see it.
Always somebody just coming up.
Something here on the road.
Yep.
I think a piece of clothing. Let's see what it is. A little kid's jacket or